Hi and welcome to another video by Jimthecarguy. Today we have a Honda. It's a Honda Civic. It's an older one. It's I think it's like a 97 or a 98 Civic. And as you can guess, we're going to be changing the muffler. We're actually going to change the muffler and we're going to change the pipe directly in front of it. I'm going to bring you in there. I'm going to show you why we're going to change that front pipe. And obviously you know why we're going to be changing the muffler. The outer casing of it is shredded and it's pretty noisy, as you can guess. All right, let me bring you in there. I'm going to show you how to replace the rest of the exhaust. I'm going to attempt to do this with just some basic hand tools. Normally I'll get in there with the torch and I'll just burn everything off, but I'm going to try to show you how to do it because at home I know you don't have a torch to do this. So all right, let me bring you up there. I'll show you what it looks like and what we're going to do. All right, this is the rest of the exhaust system here, and as you can see right there, it's rotting away, and up on top is a very slight exhaust leak. The same thing up in here, no exhaust leak, but it's rotting away. And that is what the flange looks like here. So what we're going to do first is we're going to remove these bolts right here first before we do anything. So this should be fairly easy because it's nut and bolt here. So even if this was to snap off, it really doesn't matter. But now if you were at home and you had this on here and you had to remove it and it was rusty and you couldn't get it off, you can just take a hacksaw and cut it right here. I normally would do with a torch, but I will do it by hand and show you how it's done. All right, let's get set up. Let me get some tools and let's get started. Okay, now the best possible case is that these bolts will snap off when I try to remove them, but we'll see how it goes. That's exactly what we wanted to happen because we're throwing these away anyway. Same thing up here. Hopefully it'll snap off. Now if you're not going to reuse these, just so you know, whenever you change these up here, change the spring bolts. They're not that expensive. It'll save you a headache in the long run. All right? Now, this one's coming off. As much as I wanted it to break, it's coming off. And that's what your spring bolt looks like. We're not going to use it. It's going right in the garbage. Okay, and now this pipe is loose. And now if you see in the back, we're going to remove that hanger bracket right here. And the way to do that is you just push this piece off of here and we'll get it out. I'm going to try to pull it off right here. Now we're going to just take this off. If you're changing these, obviously throw them away. If not, I'm going to reuse them. And now we'll go in the back and we'll take it off in the back there. just going to hold that up out of our way. And now we'll go in the back and continue in the back. Okay, now this is the back of the car, obviously, and we're going to separate it right here too. Now normally I would just cut this with the torch too, but I got to send that back for a warranty for this customer. All right, so you just hold it. We're going to change these spring bolts too, just so you know. Loosen up the other one. Now, obviously, you want these to break. Makes it a little easier. But again, it's not going to break either on this one. Now we're not going to use this either, we're going to use new ones. And we're going to take this off. Now when you take this off, be careful because that front pipe is going to be loose. There's nothing holding it on any longer. And we just have this hanger right here holding it. Just take that off like that. We'll take this pipe off, and then we're going to get rid of it. Okay, now we're not going to put that pipe in the front on yet, but we are going to take off the rest of the exhaust system up in here. And what happens is up underneath here, there's little bits that we need to take off. So the way you can do it is you can either struggle with it a little bit, or you can do it like I do, with a big bar, put it underneath here, just push off this. We are going to use these over again, so we're just going to take these off for now. And we're going to take this other one off here too. Same way, just get in here with a pry bar and you pry it off. Watch it don't hit yourself with the muffler when it comes off, because it's going to fall. take this. Just take this out. All right, now I'm going to go up front and I'll show you how we're going to correct the problem in the front where the gaskets go on. Okay, now whenever you change the exhaust, you have to change the donut right up inside here. So we're going to try to get this off if we can in one piece. I doubt it, but see how it goes. That's the donut. Now we're just going to clean this up a little bit right up in here with a scraper. Now you can use anything you have to scrape it. You could use a razor blade, you could use a scraper, you could use anything you have just to clean off some of this rust in here, because we have to get that new gasket, the new donut, back on there. All right, now grab on the donut. The donut just slides on just like this. Okay. We'll grab our new exhaust pipe and spring bolts. Okay, these are the new spring bolts that I'm telling you about. Makes the job a lot easier. So let's get that pipe and hang that pipe. See if you can watch what we're doing here. Hopefully you can see it like this. Hopefully. Let me grab that pipe. Now, we're going to put the pipe up here just temporarily, and then we're going to hang it in the back on that hanger that it previously came out back here. We're going to put that in first. And then we're going to put our pipe back up here. We're in the hanger in the back now. Now don't forget we got to put our hanger up over here. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to put the hanger, the insulator here, onto the pipe itself. And then we're going to put it back on here where it came off. And now we have our pipe. It's pretty much hung right there. And then we're going to put our bolts right back in here. And again, we're not going to tighten anything up. We're just going to secure it up there temporarily for now. in here. For now, we're just going to let that sit, and then we're going to go in the back, and we're going to hang that muffler. Okay, now, remember in the back, we took the rubber insulators off up here first. So what we're going to do, we're going to just put this up here temporarily. We're going to put this back on here, where it came off. Same thing here. And the reason you're putting these on first, I'm going to show you. You see how this is hooked here? If that's hooked, you're not going to be able to get this up there and get it on correctly. So we're going to put this piece on first, because up here, it just slides on. Like that. And then this one goes on. Same way like that. I'll bring you up there, I'll show you why. You see how it has that little piece right there? I know it's a little dark, but that's where this slides over the top of. All right? The next thing we're going to do is we're going to put that pipe back together there. Again, you always use a new donut. Never use the old donut over. You put it on here. And actually this one feels too big, so I think they gave me the wrong one. Let me just call up the parts store just to make sure. We'll be right back. Okay. If you can believe it, the parts store assures me that this is the correct one to go on there. So we'll see when we put it together. All right, we're going to use our new spring bolts, of course. And remember, you're not tightening it up yet. I know you know this, but I'm going to say it anyway. You're going to tighten these up after we get everything hung. And the way you do exhaust systems, just so you know, hang on. Just so you know, whenever you hang an exhaust system, after you hang the exhaust, what you have to do, or what you should do, is always start in the front and tighten from front to rear. Don't tighten back here and then work forward. Start in the front, work to the back. Let me get up there, we're going to tighten up that front. I'm not going to bring you up there because I think you know what I'm going to do up there, tightening that bolt up. So let me just tighten that up and we'll come right back there. Nice and tight. And the last thing we're going to do is we're going to tighten up that part right there. And the last one. That's it. All right, let's go up there and we're gonna walk through this real quick just to make sure. Okay, bolts in the front are tight. Gasket inside there is new. We cleaned it up before we put it together. We put our hanger back on right here. We also put our hanger on back there. We put the new gasket in there, the donut. We put the new spring bolt kit on. And last but not least, we hung the new muffler back on the old hangers. And that's it, we're good to go. All right, we're gonna lower it down, start it up, and out the door. All right, as always, thanks for watching. Any questions or comments, you send me an email. I'd be more than happy to talk to anybody about anything. As always, thanks for watching. See you on the next one.